Alright, so I'm getting the vertical. This is one side, obviously. I still got to build the other one. Parts are laying all over the place. But this is one side. There's an end cap on the end, all welded up. There's an end cap on the end, all welded up. Obviously, all these joints have been welded all the way around. I might drill a weep hole at the very bottom of this, but we'll see. I'm worried that that connection up at the top with the bolt going down the top of it might allow water. I'm gonna caulk it with some caulking just to give it a little bit more sealant, but we'll see. If I notice it starts collecting water in it, I'll drill a hole in there. But this section to this section is, I know for a fact, 90 degrees. It is perfect 90. These little guys, I think this one's a little longer than this one by like maybe 1/8 of an inch, and that's caused it to sit up higher than this side. But other than that, it's pretty square. I'm not gonna be not too shabby on that. Up here is where that gusset is getting welded on. Right now it's just tack weld, but the vertical sits on top of that with this on the end right here. This isn't welded on. I'm not going to weld this on until I get everything mock assembled, because I got to tear it apart anyways to paint it. So I'm going to get everything mock assembled, and then once that's done and I make sure that this hole is lined up with the other hole on the vertical, then I'll tack weld this in, and I'll tack weld it, disassemble everything, and then weld the whole joint on. That way it's not going anywhere. But I don't want to cut that or weld it on now just to find out that it's off, so waiting on that. But yeah, this is the vertical support, the gusset. There's a flat plate to distribute the weight more evenly, and then this goes all the way down the center. I might put a plate that goes across the face right here, so that way there's like this, it creates a T. Maybe put a T there, but I don't know. I don't know if it needs that much support. I mean, I overkill everything, so I'll probably end up doing it for no real reason except I can. But yeah, that's the vertical. Only difficult part about making this one and that one is that my welder, this Lincoln 180, I get like 10 minutes worth of welding, and then I gotta wait 10 minutes for it to cool down. I don't know what I can do to potentially make that better, but weld for 10 minutes, stop welding for 10 minutes. And I do know I am welding on D, it's not on E. E is for 1/4 inch and D is for a little smaller. But this metal is like 3/16 and not really 1/4 inch, and I'm having issues with burning through the steel. So I've turned down the heat a little bit, and I know the wire isn't maxed out, but that's because I weld really slow. I like to take my time. I like to make sure that I'm getting all the grooves, because if I go too much, I get a lot of stepping where the rod hits the the metal and then doesn't melt off. It's because I'm just not quick enough for it. I'm not making horrible welds. Like here, you can definitely see it's pretty even and consistent, but yeah. But I guess that's one of the reasons why I'm probably going back to school, but we'll see.